take this off, thank God. Dude, I've been on the phone all day. It's been a long day, to say the least. I'm about to go live. Okay. Turn my volume off real quick. We'll get started here in just a second. I've got to get myself worked up into some energy so I can perform. Just kidding. But I do need some energy. It was an early start, but a good day. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let me get my window open so I can see you guys talking. Alright, there we go. What's up, Justin? How's it going? Excuse me while I get ready real quick. Why is YouTube not fitting to my screen? Okay, well, we'll just do it this way then. Alright, we'll get started here in just a second, guys. We're going to talk about scaling your business tonight, scaling your agency, and specifically about a question I was just asked. So it's actually kind of funny because when you think about it, most people need someone to coach them through a different perspective, and that's what mentorship is about. It's about getting help, getting a different perspective from someone else who's done it also. So when I say the answer to this guy's question, it's going to be kind of funny because of the fact that it's a very simple answer, and when he hears me say it, he's going to say, oh, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I should have just... sometimes, guys, you just have to take a step back from things. That's what a lot of people do. Before we get started, we'll just quickly talk about this, but you have to take a step back sometimes before you can actually begin to move forward. And, it's kind of cliche, but at the same time, it makes sense. You have to sometimes just take a step back and look at the bigger picture of everything. So if you're, we'll just get into it. We've got enough people in here. We got about 7 to 10 people. It's hopping in. So what's up, Lars? What's up, Jesus? What's up, Lars again? Yeah, not a problem, man. Do it for you guys. But here's the thing. So what I want to talk about is this guy's question. He sent me a message, and it was specifically saying, or it said something along the lines of, Jordan, if you have all these clients for your agency and you have, your course and you have this YouTube channel and your mentorship program and you do consultation calls, how do you have time for yourself? And that's where a lot of people kind of drop the ball. So you're afraid, and I'll put it to you guys like this. I knew that this would be beneficial for me as soon as I got my first customer. And so I was generating, I think on my first one, it was like $49.50 or something like that. Once I got that customer, the first thing I did was hire email staff, social media staff, people that I could outsource the basic tasks to, but I also have my course bringing in revenue to kind of balance that out. So that's why multiple streams of revenue is important. You can check that out on our other video where we talk about how you can start creating multiple streams of revenue. That's on our YouTube channel as well. But what you have to understand is that if you take that money from your business and you invest it, like that's why I said, I think we talked about it on Saturday, where I talked about living like a pauper for a few years and you can live like a king for the rest of your life, or a queen, whatever, if you're male or female. But you guys get what I'm saying. You live poor for a little bit, you can live wealthy the rest of your life. Save your money up front in the beginning, invest it back in the business because you're able to grow exponentially. That means instead of growing at a rate of this, you're growing at a rate of this. There's more of an incline to that growth rate. So he asked me though, how do you scale your business? How do you have any time to do anything for yourself? Which today I definitely didn't. And actually, I guess before we get into that, I'll finish that. I'll talk about that in a second. Sorry, I get off track and I'm tired. But what you have to understand is when you're trying to grow your agency, you have to start taking some of the work and divvying it out to other people. The question is so basic that I'll put it to you like this. With any other business that you guys see, with big corporations, out there, exactly, outsourcing. But what is outsourcing? It's hiring staff. It's just like any other corporation does, like McDonald's. They hire people at their corporate location. They have a marketing team. They have a finance team. They have a operations department. They have an HR department. They have all kinds of different departments that run this team. Do you think the guy who created McDonald's did it all himself? No. It's the same principle here as in any other business. If you're trying to scale your business, you have to do two things. You have to bring in more business, you have to do more sales, and you have to build your team. You have to build your business, right? You have to build the amount of people that are working for you and doing things, or the amount of software that you use. That's how you scale your business. Exactly. Justin's saying it right there. Outsourcing, that's how you scale up. That's it. I mean, sometimes people overcomplicate basic things. And I'm not trying to, jab at this person. That's why I'm not mentioning his name. But you have to understand sometimes you just have to take a step back. And this is what mentorship is about. It's about me being real. So if you can't handle some criticism, then you don't need to be in this. I'll put that out there for you too. I hope you guys understand. If I come on here and I talk about something specific, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it to help, because sometimes constructive criticism isn't always the nicest. I have people who tell me, all the time things that I do wrong. And trust me, I don't do everything right. So, you just have to take it sometimes. Like, I know I'm a stubborn jackass sometimes. I like things to go my way. So I have to learn to let people come in and do things for me and trust that they're going to do it, in a way that's still effective. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, guys. You have to start taking your business and start saying, okay, well, how do we take, 3 customers at, say, $12,000 total revenue that we're making for this agency? How do we take that 12 grand and utilize it to grow my business to where I can take that 12 grand and start making, 30 grand, 45 grand, 50 grand. And you have to understand that there's different levels to each part. There's your first level where you're starting out basically with bare minimums. You have, just enough to pay your personal bills. Like, I've been through that stage. I'm, letting you know that you have to go through that stage. You have to save up, you have to reinvest, you have to do it time and time again, and you have to live at your means, at your bare means, to do what you want to do in the long run. So 2 years down the road, when you're making 100 grand a month, you'll look back and you'll say it was all worth it. But you have to understand there is a period of time where you're not just going to be able to, like, these people you see on YouTube who made it in the last year, who made, millions of dollars. I'm not going to say they got lucky. I wouldn't say that, but that's why there's only so few of them. I know one of these people, and I'm not going to say what his name is, but he literally told me himself. He was like, Jordan, I came across a product at the right time. I was in the right place at the right time with this product. It took off on Shopify, and I made a crap ton of money off of it in 2 months. Like, I think he made, like, in 2 months off of this one product, like $200,000. So, there's just sometimes, you have to, not sometimes, the majority of times, the average amount of times, you have to understand that it takes commitment and work. And 2 years, 3 years commitment, compared to a 10-year, 15-year career, where you can build something where you're making 6 figures in less than 3 years, 2 years, even 6 months. It depends. And see, that's why I say you can do it in 6 months when I talk about my course and stuff like that. Exactly. Fidget spinners. Whoever hit fidget spinners when they first started coming out, they made a butt ton of money. They were in the right place at the right time. That's what's happening with the digital marketing agency and all these courses. Really, the guys you see online, we started studying this stuff a long time ago. That was me in the right place at the right time, starting to take in this information and learn how to utilize it to make money online. That's what all these other guys like Ty Lopez and Gary Vee, I was going to say Grant Cardone, but he started really more in real estate and broke into social media. But, all these big names, they started from somewhere basic, and they started, basically just putting in the time and effort. They reinvested their money. They didn't go buy shit they didn't need. And they made sure that they were successful and set a platform for themselves that was able to build, or that you were able to build on. So that's kind of what I want to get across to you guys is, if you don't understand that growing a business is just about taking a step back, looking at each step, saying, okay, well, here's where I'm at right now. This is the level that I'm at right now. I have, myself, what am I doing? I'm doing the sales, I'm doing the administrative work, I'm setting up campaigns. What don't I like? Or what am I the worst at? That's actually a better question. What am I the worst at? Am I bad at sales? And not that you're bad, but what is your worst trait? Are you worse at sales than you are at creating content? Or are you worse at creating content than you are doing administrative tasks like billing and sending out, just response messages to potential customers? Like, you guys have to understand, like, you have to know what your strengths and weaknesses are as a business person, as a salesperson, as a marketer, so that way you can hire the people that are going to be able to take your business to the next level. I actually was just talking with a guy the other day who, he started a company. He's doing a lot of PR type stuff, but he just hired a CEO for his company meaning he knows that he does better in building relationships with people and getting out and being the face of the company than he does actually sitting there making sure that operations are going well, that HR is taken care of, that accounting's doing their job, and all the money's in the right place. That's what a CEO's job is, not to mention, be the face publicly. This guy does better at connecting with people, building those relationships, and finding other avenues to make money for his business, so that's what he's doing. That you have to understand at a certain point, and this is what I want. He asked me, how do you get all that freedom? At a certain point, guys, you don't want to be the guy that's sitting there running the marketing campaigns. You don't want to be the guy that's sitting there, writing Facebook posts, writing blog articles, unless that's what you enjoy doing, then by all means do that. That's not my goal. I personally want to be, at the top level, like a lot of you guys probably want to, where you have multiple businesses underneath you, you're running nonprofits, all that. That's the entrepreneurial dream, right? That's a lot of you have this same dream. But to get there, you have to start with one. You build your base, and then you branch out. But to do that, set your first base up right. Do it good. Do it to where you know it's going to function, and you can take that and replicate it to any other business that you need to run. You can take that platform and literally just copy paste it into another business that you want to start up, because it's proven to work. Business cycles, business strategy, all of this stuff it's not rocket science. It's taking a proven model and replicating it over and over and over and over and over again. That's it. I was actually talking to he's not really my mentor. We just have a partnership or a relationship. He's someone I definitely learn from with regards to sales. But we were talking about how this guy, he knows him actually. He's from my area, which is really weird. He went to, never mind. He's just from like probably 15 minutes down the road from me, but it's the guy who made the website Curator. Let me get some water. I'm getting cotton mouth. I've been talking so much today, guys. It's ridiculous. All right, so basically what I'm trying to say is he created Curator. All right, he's from, I believe it's like Noonan area. His name is Tim something, and Tim and Jimmy, I believe, are their names. But he was talking about how they created this website from basically nothing, but it took them only 2 to 3 years to build this site. And now they're working, actually they book stuff with Ty Lopez, they're booked with Gary Vee, they book stuff with, Grant Cardone. And what did they do? They took a proven model. All they do is they take a proven model in the real estate niche and they replicate it over and over and over and over again with a creative flair, depending on, how the business works or the specific details of that business. So let me see some of these questions, because we got a lot of people over here writing stuff. Happened to me with Shopify, 10K plus a day, right time, right product. See, that's what I'm saying. Anybody can do it these days. It does not take a genius. Like, I want you guys to understand, I am no genius. I took advantage of a situation I had in front of me. That's all this digital marketing, what do people call it, scam, the social media marketing agency scam is all about. People think it's a scam because they see these people getting rich. The same thing with e-commerce. They think a lot of it's a scam because people are getting rich, but you just have to try. You have to put in the effort. You have to commit. Like, everybody you see that's making it, other than the ones who maybe hit it lucky in like a week, they committed to something. Like, I know the guy that I was talking to, that he hit that product that I was talking about earlier, with his e-commerce store. He did do it, granted, for 2 years. He did at least stick with it for 2 years before he hit that product. He probably opened 3 or 4 different stores in that 2 years and tried several different products, and probably spent a few $1,000s on ads and on those products and trying to build that online business. So there was a level of commitment there at the very least. Now, as far as, if it was the product or if it was him that marketed it, did it well, whatever, I think it's semantics. But what I'm trying to say is, I think that anybody can do it. It takes a level of commitment, but you also have to understand that there's an amount of time that you have to have invested in something to be able to begin to move forward in a different direction. So we're getting kind of off base from what my initial topic was, but I did want to tell you guys, like, it's hard sometimes because it frustrates me. I want to be able to help every person, and it's basic stuff like that. I'm just like, oh man, this. You just have to, and that's why I usually try not to just give direct answers. I try to back up, and when I talk to people on my consultations, I don't just sit there and say, well, this is the answer, this is the answer. I let them try and figure it out, because most of the time you guys know the answer. You just have to back up and stop overthinking it. Most people overthink the crap out of everything. I'll sit there a lot of time when I'm messaging people, and they'll ask me a question, and I'll say yes or no to something, and that's it. They'll ask me 13 questions, and I'll say, oh yeah, and then I'll say a short little explanation after that to maybe one answer in the big long paragraph that they left me. And then they literally, I've watched people work the problem out themselves. And I'm just like, see, that's it. Like, I didn't do anything. And a lot of the time, that's all it is. They need someone to talk to, and someone they feel confident enough to, I guess, discuss the conversation with. But that's the thing. You guys can do this yourself. Sometimes you just have to back up and say, okay, what is with, how do I actually scale my business? Well, let's think about that. You have to like, I literally reverse engineer things. It might be hard for some of you, but the best thing you can do is reverse engineer it. Okay, well, how do I get customers from a marketing agency? Well, I've been taught not to do things the way everybody else does it, so I should try and think of something different. So maybe offer 1-hour consultations where I can talk to people, blah, blah, blah. And then you take that backwards and you say, okay, well, before I even get to that, consultation, how do I get them interested in a consultation? Well, I'm going to send them a message. How do I want to do that? I can do it this way, but I've also learned in Jordan's marketing course that you should do multi-step marketing, or something where you're basically following up, you're remarketing. Okay, that's multi-step marketing. So you hit them with this value offer, then if that doesn't convert, you hit them with more value. It's the same thing with your marketing clients as it is or your potential clients as it is with your marketing agency and the clients you're trying to send leads to. You do the exact same thing, but you guys have to just simplify it. Take the complexity out of it. Stop thinking about digital marketing and just think about it from a business perspective. Think about it, just plain and simple. It's hard for me to even explain this, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. It's just about taking a step back and adjusting your thought process to where you can understand a little clearer. Okay, well, if Jordan is trying to scale his business, all right, look at this. All right, here's a perfect way to do it. If Jordan is doing all this stuff, and my question is, well, how are you able to have free time? Well, let's think about that. He has all this work. Well, how do you get rid of all the work? You hire people to do it, right? It's either Jordan's doing it all, or he has a team doing it for him, right? So that's what you guys have to understand is, okay, well, he probably has a team working for him. All right, so then the other question I will answer is, he asked if it was expensive. Outsourcing is not expensive. And that's one thing I want to open to you guys. If you have a marketing agency right now and you have a customer, like I'm about to bring another customer to this, because that's what we'll get to in a second. I landed another customer today. And I'll talk to you guys because it came from another live video event. So that's why I want to talk to you guys about it. But all you have to do is what was I talking about? Goodness, I'm so seriously tired. So you know what? We're just going to segue into that. I'm talking too much. All right, so today I landed another customer, and it was from, so out of the 4 people, all right, let's back up more. I'm telling you I'm out of it today. In December, I did a live training on Facebook showing you guys how I land clients via Facebook Messenger. If you haven't seen that video yet, it's over on my channel, all right? So we did that live, or I think it was a live video where I went on there and I said, look, these are the messages I sent. I sent 40 messages to 40 different real estate agents in the Atlanta area. All right, from that, I was able to get 4 people to respond to me. So that's basically 10%. All right, out of those 4 people that I talked with and had consultations with, or out of those 4 people, I talked with 2 of them. Okay, out of the 2, the other 2 never got back with me. That's what happens sometimes in marketing. Out of the 2 that I talked to, I closed both of them. So 100% closed. One was for a deal for me to get free office space, that co-working video where I talked about getting all the free office space, mentorships to networking opportunities, speaking opportunities, the internet, the printing, the conference room space, all that stuff, $1,200 worth of value. That was one of those deals. Second deal I closed today for $1,600 to start for about the first 2 months. After that, once I get her, literally I have to do this. I have to sell 1 home for her. If I'm able to get her 1 business, she's going to triple the budget, basically up to $4,000 to $5,000. She's going to increase her ad spend. She's going to bring me a web development project by probably April or May. That'll be worth around $7,000. And then if I can continue to get her results, she basically looked at me and said, Jordan, money's not an issue. You just have to show me you can actually do what you're saying you can do. And that's it. And so I have to go out there and basically get 1 lead in the first, 2 to 3 months. and sell a house for her. That will cover her marketing expense well over what she paid me. And then, boom, relationship, business, and really good business. This lady has a huge real estate team in Atlanta, in North Atlanta, so I get to work with that. So that's what I'm saying, guys. You can literally take all this free content if you get in the course, if you get in the mentorship program. I hope you guys understand what an opportunity you guys have in front of you. If you guys have seen like Billie Jean or Ty Lopez or who else offers one? I don't know if Joe Soto offers one, but I know for a fact Billie Jean and Ty Lopez have a mentorship program, and they sell it for I think like $200 or $300 a month, something like that. Or Ty Lopez did a one-time thing where he was taking like 10 people and they had to pay like 10 grand or something. We're doing a mentorship program for $100 a month, and you get 4 videos a month. Billie Jean's, you get 1 video, you spend $250. I'm not trying to say, hey, these guys are bad. I'm not saying their course and their content is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, who's got the better deal? Kind of obvious, but just wanted to let you guys know that we're launching that in February, so get excited for that. If you want 50% off, all you have to do is message me before the launch date, which is obviously February 1st. I think that's a Thursday, but we'll give you 50% off the first month. So instead of 100, you get it for 50, and you'll get to get a taste of what it's like, because you get all 4 of those trainings for that month. We're going to do 4 live videos going over different topics, and at the end of each video, you guys let me know what you want to learn more about. We'll take a collective response and figure out what the next topics are going to be about. So that way it's about what you guys need, not just random content that I put together, because it's about what you guys are looking for now, what you're struggling with the most. And if we have things like sales content come up too much or landing clients too much, that's where I can step in and kind of adjust the schedule a little bit. Outside of that, you're going to get a copy of all of these videos sent to you, so that way you get access to them forever. That's all at our website, so serialentrepreneur.academy. That's all in the description below. But all you have to do, here's what you have to do though to get in. If you want the 50% off, pay attention, listen, because this is where people mess up. And you're not going to get it if you don't send me the reminder here, because this is where I'm going to look at it when I launch the course. And actually, I'm going to personally send out messages to all these people with 50% off coupon, okay? If you want it, go to Facebook, in the search bar, type in Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur, or you can go in the description. I don't know why people don't do it this way. Go in the description. You can find all the way at the very bottom, you'll see like social links. You can look under social links, find my Facebook business page, not the Facebook free help group, the Facebook business page. Click that, send a message to that business page, so that way I can actually remember to come back to that list, because that's where I'm having everybody send it to. So anyone who sends me a message there, you will get a reminder, or you'll get an update basically saying, hey, here's your free 50% off, or here's your 50% off the first month. Alright, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. If you're interested, we're launching that in February. Outside of that, guys, I think we're pretty much done here. What are we at, 22 minutes? Yeah, oh, and that's another thing. These videos will be around 20 minutes to an hour long. So it kind of depends on what the content's going to be about, but the trainings will be 20 minutes to an hour long, and you get access to all of those pieces of content, for life. So you'll get to download those copies and keep them on your computer. So that being said, one last thing. Oh, so what we're going to do, just for all of you guys who just asked, or who are about to send me a message on my business page, if you do want to get in, what we're going to be doing is we're going to obviously be promoting a little bit, but if you see that, make sure to send me a reminder too, because I'm doing this myself. I'm not like keeping a list of all of this stuff. What I'm doing is on the launch day, I'm going live, so make sure to pay attention and leave a comment or send me a message that day once you see the promo, and we're shooting them out then. Because we're not doing a funnel list. We're doing kind of a soft launch with this new platform. We're not really trying to take on 10,000 customers for this. Not that I think I could. We're not even at that with our school yet, but I'm just saying we're not trying to take on 100 customers the first day. We want to run the first month with this soft test group who are getting 50% off, and basically get it going. Once we do that, then we'll start actually doing the real marketing for it. Soft launches, if you guys aren't aware what a soft launch is, it's really popular in the restaurant industry, and it's really great for not just testing, but optimizing a business. So you actually get in there, you figure out what the kinks were from, a light operation standpoint, and then you say, okay, here's what we need to do to adjust for, larger scale sales, larger scale engagement and activity, that kind of thing. All right. So we are done for tonight, ladies and gents. Make sure you check out the monthly mentorship program. We're doing some redesign, so if you see some funky pictures, just disregard. You might see some funky pictures on there because we've been messing around with it. So, but check it out. Make sure you get that page, bookmark it, so that way you can get back there easily later. Outside of that, if you guys have any extra questions or anything else, let me know. I'm sorry I've been all over the place tonight. I am super tired. Today was a hell of a day, but I landed that client. It's a real estate agent, so it was a good day. And I'm talking to several different people about, coming on to my agency. I'm trying to get a sales rep or two. We're doing a lot of big things, trying to move forward, and I'm trying to hit that 7-figure mark for 2018. So you guys wish me luck. We're getting at it. I'm getting out of here. Serial Entrepreneur out. Wait, I can't go out. That's because I don't have my window up. Wait, okay, now I'm out. Bye, guys.